What up, what up, what up? Sly here. How y'all doing? One of the most phenomenal things about video games is the immersion that they provide. Immersion means a deep mental involvement. When a game is described as being immersive, they're describing a game as an experience that will demand most of, if not all of your attention. That can be a combination of the visuals, graphics, gameplay, enemy complexity, combat, story narrative, and or a combination of two or more of what I discussed. In terms of types of games, roguelike games have been for me the most immersive the last decade because of the increasing difficulty, different character kits, items, and or various boosts and how they all synergize together. There are usually a lot of things to quote unquote manage, and that for me is key to keeping me engaged, i.e. immersed. I never thought an auto shooter would be something I consider immersive. When I used to hear the term auto shooter, I associated mentally with mobile gameplay. The game shoots or fires for you, so all you have to think about is pressing forward or maybe left or right to dodge obstacles or attacks. Cheap is not the word I use to describe it. I feel like that would be inaccurate, but the way I felt about it was like it was a low bar type of game where I just didn't expect much. Not so much with Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. This is an early access game available on Steam for developer Ghost Ship Games. They are more known for their title Deep Rock Galactic, which is a first person co op survival extraction puzzle drunk type game. There's a lot going on in the original. However, Deep Rock Galactic Survivor is an ARPG camera based auto shooter extraction game with roguelike elements, decent itemization so far, and a growing amount of enemy variety. It's a lot right now that I just said, but the main takeaway is that this game is worth your time and money regarding how immersive the game is with everything going on. And this is a title that's not even finished yet. From the opening mission when you first ascend, this is a non-stop watch where you go, kill everything, balls to the wall action that just ramps up in difficulty until you complete the mission or all the missions or die. And I love it. Keeping a theme with the video itself, I will break down three ways Deep Rock Galactic Survivor nails immersion: its gameplay, itemization, and reward systems. The gameplay is simple. Kill bugs until you make it to the boss and you kill the boss and then extract within, half a minute. And again, the real takeaway is that you survive. Every kill, every mineral mine grants XP. Once you level up, you choose a character or weapon perk to level, and you kind of repeat that as you continue to kill bugs, mine, and gain XP. No need to worry about shooting. It again, as an auto shooter, this does it automatically. What you need to worry about is collecting and just positioning overall. There is a timer on the top or a progress bar that shows how you're doing for that mission stage. The bugs are already starting to show themselves after a couple of seconds, so you're pretty much on the move as soon as you start playing, trying to keep an eye on your surroundings and kind of make your way around. As the difficulty intensifies, and it can be sweaty as a Call of Duty match, damn near, the way you're frantically running around and trying to outmaneuver the enemies and just find some cracks where you can kind of dodge them. Again, you're just kind of scanning the environment and just really in tune what's going on. There's also a side objective each stage, which is mostly collecting a secondary resource scattered throughout. Not mandatory, however, it grants you a large amount of XP and even more resources. So you have a strong motivation to look for them, even though the enemies will absolutely make it difficult for you. Even the beginning stages and difficulties can overwhelm you if you're not paying attention to your surroundings, or you just die anyway. Oftentimes, the amount of bugs that come after you fill the whole screen. So seeing any gaps where you can duck and dodge them are key. Trying to simply run through them will get you dead fast. No joke. This game is more on the tough side. You will fail in this, whether it be through the different enemies that find a way to kill you, not making it to the extraction in time, auto die there. It's the resources you collect and the knowledge that you get from each playthrough that makes you better. You start to understand how the weapons work and how you can better use them and how they can synergize more, what stats you prefer to focus on when you level up, and etc. The gameplay is addicting when you think about all of that, where you can always feel like you can do just one more run with the knowledge that you had from the previous run. That's kind of some Risk of Rain 2 shit, that Marvel Snap type addiction gameplay, and that is saying something in terms of how engaging it is. The dwarves in Survivor are the same ones in Deep Rock Galactic. They have the same look, a few similar weapons as per the original. However, their stats now have specific bonuses that complement their style of play in Survivor. For example, the driller has an increased spotting speed while the scout has increased move speed. Nothing too crazy, but it gives you a clear idea of how one it has advantages over the other. The characters, the dwarves, they're not as pronounced as they are in Deep Rock Galactic with regard to, again, it's a first-person shooter, so it's a bit more in your face with regard to their personalities. No shade, that's just my opinion. However, in Survivor, they still have that personality and charm you can come to expect from its first-person counterpart. The way they're represented here is that each miner has their own unique stats and starting weapons. There are a total of 4 miners with 3 character kits per class currently. Some classes grant you access to certain weapon types or activate effects under specific conditions. More specifically, once you start understanding the weapons, you start to see the play styles granted by the character perks and the weapons in combination. For example, the Engineer has a class that grants access to construct type weapons and grant them a bonus to reload speed and fire rate, emphasizing you locate weapons around that type of style as you play and progress through missions, or not. You're good regarding choosing your own path, playing your own way. Each weapon has a specific weight, firing style, etc., and even more powerful options called overclocks once you unlock them. Overclocks are superior upgrades for weapons that grant a huge bonus to their stats or damage types, or even changing how they function altogether. Some even come with negative trade-offs in addition to the powerful benefits it provides. For example, an overclock that reduces the damage of that particular weapon by 25%, but increases the damage of all your other weapons by 25%. That's something that can help you strategize and help you think about potential or future builds. There are so many build options that you can make up on the fly from the choices given, and that is phenomenal. And that is just one unlock for one weapon that we were speaking about. There are other modifiers such as critical hit chance, luck that helps you find higher rarity perks, fire rate, reload speed, XP gain, etc. Every playthrough grants you more knowledge, a clearer picture of how you want your build to look, shoot, and overall play. You think about rewards for playing games. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is one of the king of them, with the amount of unlocks they have. Camos, scopes, you can personalize the shit out of any gun by simply using it. Roguelike games get this right as well, with you having to earn the right to new abilities or unlocks by performing certain feats such as reaching a high HP threshold, max speed, or using a weapon a certain way that opens up new items for you to use and combine with what you already know about the weapons you've been using. However, there are personal stats as well that you can level up. Some of the resources that you collect during your runs can help augment your base stats, health, luck, critical hit damage, for example. Again, the game is more on the difficult side, so the more you earn during your runs or whatever resources you gather, you can use that to make future runs a bit easier by augmenting those stats. There are multiple stages and difficulty options, so you will have plenty of challenges, but you can ease again the difficulty curve with this system. This helps new players make the game less forgiving, and pure players, pro players, they can disregard this altogether if they want. The reward system is very flexible with how you want to go about it. Yo, this game isn't even finished yet. Currently, it's on early access on Steam, and there's already more than enough to justify a full purchase. At $10, this is a title that is well worth your time. It can immediately hook you on the first playthrough, and there's plenty of variety within the different biomes and difficulties from my time playing. The developers already have a roadmap showcasing more cosmetics and character kits, guaranteeing a more complete game as time passes until they do a 1.0 release. You can definitely wait until this game is fully released, fully complete, but at $10 you're getting a We're getting plenty of play per dollar regarding the variety and just gameplay. It's great. I did not compare this game to Vampire Survivors because the resource and extracting elements for me distinguish it than any other auto shooter. Though props for this game for ushering in a whole new wave of enemy horse hell auto shooters that have come out afterwards. Deep Rock Survivor has game elements that combine for a very strategic and fast paced experience. This shit is fire, and again, well worth your time. Later.